He was reborn as an ant, the weakest worker ant in the whole colony, just hatched from his egg, and he could not help cursing his luck, because in his past life, he was the top alchemy grandmaster in the cultivation world. Even if he came back as a dog, he could still cultivate the demon path. But ants are born at dawn and die by dusk. Their whole life is barely 3 months. How was he supposed to cultivate anything? But right at that moment, a horrible screeching sound tore through the air. Then, he felt the ground beneath him shake violently. He turned his compound eyes to the left and saw something more terrifying than anything he had seen in either life. A massive beast completely green, its body as huge as a mountain. On its triangular head, 2 dead eyes looked down without emotion. His front legs were the scariest part, giant sides covered in barbs, gleaming with a cold metallic light. It was a mantis, but in this tiny world, it was death itself. All around him, hundreds of white eggs were packed together. Many others had just hatched like him, their bodies still soft and see-through, their shells not even hardened yet. The mantis was clearly here for an easy meal. No hesitation, no warning, just a flash of green. And then he saw another worker ant less than 2 feet away, did not even have time to scream, before being cut in half by that giant scythe. White fluid mixed with guts and insides, splashed onto his face, hot and with a sharp bitter smell. The twitching half of the ant was expertly fed into the mantis mouth. The sound of chewing was horrifying. Its precise mouth worked like a meat grinder, instantly turning the ant's head into mush. Run, he had to run. His survival instinct kicked in. In his past life as a nascent soul cultivator, he had been through countless life and death fights. His mind was stronger than any normal person's. He pushed down the fear, replaced it with pure cold focus. He looked at the terrain. This seemed like a natural hollow, surrounded by raised black rock. The mantis was huge, with terrifying power, but in tight spaces it could not turn fast. He was a newborn worker ant. His shell was still soft. He had almost no strength. Fighting head-on meant certain death, but his advantage was his size. He was a tiny target. While the mantis was still chewing on the other ant, he clumsily moved his 6 legs, stumbling towards the base of a giant black pillar nearby. There was a piece of what looked like peeling bark, forming a crack, just big enough for an ant to squeeze into. He had only gone about half a foot when the mantis seemed to notice. The tiny snack trying to escape stopped chewing. Its huge triangular head whipped around. Its deathly compound eyes locked onto him. The chill of being marked by a predator was worse than facing heavenly tribulation in his past life. It was terror written in his genes. The fear of being at the very bottom of the food chain. The mantis' arms tensed, getting ready to spring into action. Its speed was insane once it moved. He would be in 2 pieces in a tenth of a second. Was he going to die, already reborn, and die again? Rage surged inside him. No, he had died once. He was not dying again. That poisonous woman Luo Qingqing who ruined him was still alive. How could he die in the mouth of some beast? Right at that critical moment, from deep in his soul, a familiar warmth surged up. It was the residual heat of his life-bound alchemy flame from his past life, long fused with his soul. The physical flame was gone, but the concept, the law of refining all things remained. That will surged into what was now his abdomen. The ant's second stomach, the social stomach. A strange purple glint flashed in his tiny eyes. He opened his still trembling mouth and bit down hard on a nearby unhatched egg. This was not just eating. This was a gamble with his life. Devour heaven and earth, Ark, refine this now. He roared inside, the top technique from his past life, forced to work through this insect body. A mouthful of nutrient-rich egg fluid went down. His social stomach, meant for storing food, under the push of his soul, started to churn like a tiny alchemy furnace, roaring to life. Gastric acid boiled violently. The egg fluid was instantly broken down, purified, vaporized. A surge of pure energy flowed through his body in an instant. A normal ant could never absorb energy this fast, but he was refining food like alchemy. He treated that egg fluid as a rare ingredient, and his own body as the furnace. His soft see-through white body changed visibly in that instant. His shell hardened at an unbelievable speed, turning a deep dark brown. The muscles in his 6 legs tensed. His strength tripled. At the same moment, the mantis scythe came down, kicking up dust and debris. That black bark-like patch on the ground was carved with a deep gash. But a split second before the scythe landed, he leaped to the right. His hardened back legs exploded with power, sending him like a black bullet straight into the crack in the bark. The scythe's tip scraped against the entrance, throwing off sparks. That thing that looked like peeling bark actually blocked the mantis' full force strike. He curled up in the deepest part of the crack, panting heavily. Outside, he heard the mantis' angry screech, and the ground shaking as it stomped around. The sharp scythe tip jabbed into the crack a few times, coming within a hair of his head. The wind from it stung his antennae, but in the end, through the first round of this tiny hell, he survived. The killing outside went on, screams one after another, then slowly faded. Finally, everything went silent. The mantis seemed full, or maybe it just lost interest, in the scraps hiding in the crack. The heavy footsteps finally faded away. In the dark crack, he lay still. He did not rush out. Instead, he focused on feeling the changes in his body.